Hey guys, it's Monday, so yeah, that means that everyone's having a crappy ass day because everyone hates Mondays. So yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh memes, Chris. So today I'll make a vlog, I guess, about the game being balanced and probable banlist cards. Now I'm not really gonna get into detail when it comes to the banlist cards because we're still in January and the banlist is until 2-3 months from now. So yeah, I'm really not sure, but I'll go into somewhat of it. So first of all, I'm gonna start off with if the game is balanced or not. And everyone knows that this game is not balanced at all whatsoever. Hell no, it's not. If you really think about it, going first turn in this game is usually how you win. Like every time I lose a dice roll, I feel just like scooping because I don't want to play anymore because I'm not going first. And it really does suck not going first in this game because the fact that your opponent can go like Rescue Rabbit and then Sabersaurus, whatever, make Logia set 3, set 4. Really does suck. And I know you're thinking, yeah, your opponent doesn't always get Rescue Rabbit first turn. Sometimes they'll go like summon Sabersaurus. But regardless, if they summon like Sabersaurus set 3, Thunder King set 3, they summon monsters. Especially going Thunder King first against a lot of decks really does suck. So yeah, stuff like that. And it has happened to me before where my opponent does go Logia set 3. And this happened to me yesterday actually. This kid goes Logia set 3 past turn. This is game 2. So he obviously sided, so I draw, and on my standby phase, he goes macro. So, like, I'm playing Chaos Dragons, and he has Logia, face up macro, and 2 set. What am I going to do? So, yeah, it's obviously, that game isn't really balanced. And I know people are probably thinking, like, oh, but what about hand traps? You know, yeah, but the probability of you getting hand traps, depending on how many you main, is almost the same probability as them getting Rabbit or Torii Guide first turn. So, like, I run double Maxi, double Veiler. And I know that when I play windups, they have triple Shark, triple Magician. So they're most likely going to get a Magician and Shark faster than I'm going to get a Maxi or a Veiler. So regardless, and I prefer having Maxi in that situation because if I have Veiler, they Magician and Shark, they're still going to go like a rank 4, or they're going to have protection for their monsters. If I go Maxi, they're not going to want to give me the pluses. I have never once seen my opponent go the Shockmaster play while under Maxi first turn because that'd be pretty reckless. But yeah, again, this game is really unbalanced, but Konami does try and make the game a little more balanced. The only problem with it is that I really doubt they're going to change the way first turn works with I start off with 5 going second, and then you start off with 6, which is really unfair. I think a way they can change it is like probably the person who's going first draws their 6th card, while the person who's going second already has 6 cards, and they draw into a 7th. I know that's a little weird, but you would not believe how many times I hate it when I draw 5, and they go Magician, Shark, Papal Operative, Zen Mighty, Shockmaster. And I just sit there and I'm like, yeah, okay, that's fine. Cutting myself because I'm so sad. And then my next draw is Maxi, and it just hurts. It hurts so much. The fact that Maxi and Veiler come in so late sometimes in the game, it's just annoying. And I know hand trap, like I love hand traps. Like to me, these cards are the shit right here. Like I love Maxi and Veiler. They're amazing. But the fact that they're so dead late game sometimes, it's so annoying. But yeah, making the game balanced. Konami obviously does ban cards that are broken as hell, which is how I'm gonna like lean into my other subject. One of the cards I really do think is gonna be banned, maybe, I don't know, it's probably Sangan. Ooh, look, it's Hobby League. I don't stack it. Yeah, Sangan is broken, especially in this format. A lot of times, and since everyone call the Haunted and Chaos Dragons, it's so fun. I'll go like Torii Guide, Sangan, make Leviathan, detach, set call. Then there'll be like a space, and I'll chain it to Sangan. Sangan gets the effect off. I'll search out a Maxi, Veiler, Card Trooper, Raikou, etc. And it gives me an extra hand trap. And not only does Sangan searches out every major play in this format pretty much. For Rabbit, it'll search out the Rescue Rabbit. It'll search out the Torii Guide, Chaos Dragons. It'll search out It's really confusing with Chaos Dragons. I don't know. It really depends on the situation. Honest. It'll search out Magician and Shark, or Shark, whatever, and shit like that. What other meta decks are there? Geargiz. No, they're not running Geargiz. You're stupid. But yeah, stuff like that really makes the game hard to play, especially when your opponent just sets 1 and you know you're playing against like Rabbit or anything like that, and you're like, damn it. It could be a Sangan or something. Or even then, they go Torii Guide, leave Sangan in defense. And you don't want to kill the Sangan because you don't want them to get the Rabbit. You don't want them to get their Magician and Shark off. And while you're stalling, finding a way around the Sangan play, they already drew into Rabbit. They already drew into Magician and Shark. So it's just like, fuck. And if you don't have your Maxi or Veiler, you most likely lost. If you don't have an out to it. And I know there's a lot of traps. There's Warning, there's Bottomless, there's Torrential. But, like, in decks like Chaos Dragons, you don't run traps, so you rely on your hand traps, or the Trags, or the Gores. If they make Dokka, then it's just like, ugh! That's why I hate this game so much sometimes, but I love the game so much sometimes, because they make it balanced as much as they can, like, by side decking. The ability to side deck in matches is really good, because they were playing against decks, like, that are trap heavy. I'm sorry for referencing Rabbit and Windup so much, but they are really trap heavy decks. Not necessarily Windup, because I don't side this card in against Windups, but, World Decree. Now, this card is so good if you can main it, or if you can pull it off against most decks. You would not believe how many times I start off and I set Decree, set Raikou pass turn. Then they'll be like, they'll go off, and they'll have like a Thunder King and 3 set, end phase I'll Decree, and it's just like, wow, like all their traps are useless. And that's another thing. Like, that's really good though. Like, but then the people usually side out spaces against Chaos Dragons, which I think is really weird, because I think Decree is an obvious side against most decks because they're going to side a macro against you anyway. Yeah, I think the way Konami tries to make this game balanced is really by adding hand traps in the game. Shit. I bet my Maxi. Yeah, hand traps in the game. I obviously don't main DD Crow, but I side it in. Being able to side in even more hand traps is so good. Having any of these 3 first hand against the matchups that they're required for is really good. Like, again, against Dark Worlds, first turn is amazing because they can't get the graph off because I'm gonna be like ditch. And then against Windups, oh my god, against Windups, it's just beautiful against Windups. Even against Rabbits too, because you get a pot of greed. If they activate Rabbit's effect, you get a pot of greed. They're not gonna let their Sabresauruses or Cobblezools die. They're gonna make the Logia or Dokka. And I know it's like because you still have to find a way around it, but it's free draw. I like it. I'm good. And Valor. Now Valor's amazing, but Valor sucks also. The thing about Valor is that first of all, the thing about Valor is that it's like a $7 super now. Now I liked it better when Valor was only like an Ultimate Ultra, and it was expensive as fuck. I don't care about cussing. I'm a cuss. It was expensive as fuck, and I liked it then. Same thing with Maxi. I remember Maxi was like $75. And it was only a secret, and it was so hard to get your hands on one. That's what I don't like about this game, is that Konami chooses the wrong things to reprint sometimes, because now I honestly fear like these are gonna get limited and or banned, which is why I'm coming back to this again, the ban list prediction kind of. Yeah, I really do feel these are going to get limited or banned, because it's so easy to get your hands on a Valor and a Maxi, and it's so easy to main them, to side them in. Like, most decks main double Valor or double Maxi, or will side into them. And it's so hard to play decks like Windups and Rabbit without maining macro, because you have the tendency for opponents to be like, drop Valor, drop Maxi at just the right moment, and it just kills you. That's why I like Chaos Dragons, because it's kind of hard to time when to Maxi, and even when they Valor the Red Eyes or they Valor certain things in the deck, it's kind of like, okay, I can play around it. But there are times where my opponent Maxis out of random, and I'm just like, were you looking at my hand or something? Because I was about to go off right now. I was about to win. Although going off under Maxi is really reckless, there's times where I have done it and I have won, like against Rabbit. They're not going to main Gores, because it's Macro Rabbit. Most of the time nowadays, anyway. So, I'll still go for you. But, yeah, that's why I like this. That's kind of why I like this game, too, because hand traps make the game a little more balanced. So, yeah, but even then, when you Valor the Rabbit first, like, if they're going first, anyway. If I'm going first, I don't care if I Valor the Rabbit, because I'll find a way around it. But if they're going first, they're going to go Rabbit, and you're going to Valor. And most likely, they're going to have protection for that Rabbit. So unless you're playing a deck that's going to explode instantly, or have ways around their back row, then they're still going to get the Rabbit play off. Like, Rabbit, Valor, okay, set 3, go. Summon Thunder King, summon Card Trooper, that's fine. Mill 3, yeah, attack, Deep Prison. Okay, summon BLS, warning. Okay, summon Light Pulsar, bottomless. Shit like that, it's annoying. And the next turn, Rabbit, Logia, set 2 more, it's like, oh my god. It's so hard sometimes. That's why Heavy is at 1, that's why Space is at 3. I think making an MST at 3 was probably the best move Konami ever made, especially in this format, with a Mega Trap Heavy format. Also bringing back Mirror Force, Torrential to 2, Bottomless to 2. It really gives fear to the player of overextending, and I think that's amazing, because, I mean, I side in the 3rd space, and I also side in a 3rd Twister at that. I side in another Twister at that. So yeah. I think the game's like okay as it is right now. It's playable. It's not like something that drives players to like quit instantly. But the game could be a lot more balanced when it comes to what cards are limited and what cards are banned. Because I mean, really, like, why is Duality at 2? Like, it's not broken. Not every deck can run it. And yet Veiler and Maxi are still at 3. It's like, oh my god, like, it's so annoying. That's why I really do think Veiler and Maxi are going to get hit this format. Next format, anyway. So I'm going to play the shit out of my Veilers and Maxis for the time remaining. So I suggest you do too. I don't know if Sangan's going to be banned. I hope it's not, because it's too good. But it's ban-worthy. So yeah. Thanks for watching my rant. Sorry if I spoke really, really fast, but just the way I am. And yeah, a happy Monday to everyone. Bye.